Vanessa is a professional matchmaker. And we talked to her. Vanessa, did we have a conversation? Was it in December?
Yeah, the end of November, like around Thanksgiving time.
Okay. And we now know that Sunday, January 7th, this Sunday is Dating Sunday. Is it true it's the world's busiest day for online dating?
Yeah, it's become kind of like the Super Bowl of dating. It's a busy time for everybody. A lot of traffic on the dating sites. It's just lunch. Gosh, New Year's is our busiest time of year. One of our busiest times of the year. A lot of people make New Year's resolutions to find love. They want a fresh start and meet the right person. So, first weekend of the year is always a big one.
So a 30% increase in new signups this weekend alone. Is it the psychology of you just got through the holidays and maybe this is the year you're going to find someone?
Of course, that's exactly it. New year, new beginnings, right? We always know, like, people use that gym excuse too, right? I'm going to start a gym. I'm going to start a diet. I'm going to find new love, that kind of thing. So always a big time to start fresh, right? That's the new year. But got to be careful. There's a lot of scammers out there if you're going to do the online stuff. So you got to be a little bit wary.
Yeah. Vanessa is Vanessa Sescila. She is a local professional matchmaker with It's Just Lunch Chicago. So, yeah, as we know, when anything is popular, that means scammers are right there trying to take advantage of us. How are they hitting online daters?
Oh, gosh. Well, number one, it's this artificial intelligence, right? Like AI catfishing is huge. They use like bots, create like fake pictures, fake profiles, trying to get singles to share their personal info, like credit card numbers, that kind of stuff. Let's be honest here. If it's too good to be true, it's probably not good. Let's remember that old saying, right? If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So just be very careful. Don't give your credit card information out to strangers. Favor types of scams like, oh, let me get you into cryptocurrency. Let me help you invest money. Listen, if you're just meeting somebody on a dating app, why do they need your credit card information? They don't need that. They shouldn't be asking you for money. They should be asking you to go out on a date. So try to stay away from those types of people and those kinds of scams. They're very easy to find, but sometimes we don't use our brains when we're doing this. So just be smart about it.
Well, because some of these scammers, I've seen them on different news programs where they've actually talk to some of these scammers in foreign countries, and they're in it for the long game. They're going to make sure that you fall in love with them, and then they're going to ask you for money, right?
100%. Listen, it happens every day. Even on, say, like the social media sites, people kind of just messaging random people and that kind of stuff. And, they kind of prey on people that are vulnerable, and they know these things, and that's why they do it. And it is about that. Like, they build these like texting relationships. But if you haven't met somebody in person and they're asking you for money, that's a big red flag right there, right? You got to be really careful about that. Listen, sometimes it's even if you have gone on a couple of dates with them, they get shady. But I think the biggest thing is just protect yourself. Like, that's really, really important. Make sure you're dating smart. My number one thing, again, don't give money to people, but like top thing, first date, never go to somebody's house. Always meet in a public place, right? You want to protect yourself.
And you certainly want to share those details with someone you love, a sister, a mother, a brother, a coworker, so that they know you're going on that first date, right?
100%. And honestly, you don't sound stupid either if you're asking for their last name. Do a little Google search, right? There's a lot we could find out by looking people's first and last names online. Kind of doing your own investigating through Facebook and that kind of stuff. I think that's really important to protect yourself. And if somebody has a problem with you doing that, then that's a red flag as well. Then maybe you shouldn't be going out with them, because they should put their stuff out there unless they're hiding something, let's be honest. And, use trusted sites. If you're going to go with a matchmaking company or, just date online, make sure it's legitimate. Really do your research on that, because there's so many scams even when it comes to that. So just be smart about it and do your research.
Vanessa Sescila is a professional matchmaker. And talk to me about the Google reverse image search.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. So if you're looking at a photo, again, especially with the AI stuff, you can usually tell if it's a fake photo, but you could Google reverse search it and you could see if it's fake or real. So I mean, that's really a great thing to do because like I said, there's so many fake profiles out there, and I've heard even from my clients that it's just lunch, like, oh my gosh, I gave my money to this person, everything seemed real, and that kind of stuff. But you just gotta be careful. And if you don't know how to do that, I'm sure somebody that knows how to do it. So if you have any doubts in your mind, just have somebody help you out with that.
Did you watch the Golden Wedding last night?
Oh my gosh, I cried from the beginning to the end. I thought it was so wonderful. And I have to say, I just dating at any age is just such a wonderful thing. And that's another thing. My clients that it's just on, I've seen such a huge increase in people dating later in life. So you know what? There's never an age limit to love, and I just think it's so wonderful.
Somebody just sent in a text and said, I'm a woman and I don't want to give him my last name because then he can find out where I live.
Well, you know what? I get that too, but my thing is just be careful. Just be careful out there. There's a lot of things. If you don't feel comfortable giving your last name, that's fine. But again, the biggest thing, do not go to somebody's house as a first date. Go someplace in public. Just watch your back and don't give anybody money. Don't give any strangers money. I don't care who it is. I just think that, that's a red flag, big red flag. And
what is appropriate on a first date? Should you split the bill or should you let him pay? Old school.
That's up to you. Honestly, what we do with our clients, because we're setting up the date for them, we have the restaurant give them separate checks. So nobody feels uncomfortable, right? At the end of the date, you don't have to say, oh, I got this, you got this, let's split what we have. Everybody gets separate checks for what they're having themselves. So people love that. They don't feel uncomfortable at the end of the date. But I think if somebody grabs the check, that's fine. But if somebody's not grabbing the check, I think it's totally fine to just split it down the middle.
Any other tips for people who will be signing up for a dating app or looking into professional matchmaking services on Sunday since it's Dating Sunday?
Go in with a positive attitude, right? Again, new year, new beginning. Get a new haircut. Get a new outfit. Feel good about yourself and feel good going into each date, right? Each date you go on, just think of it this way. This could be my potential future partner, right? And just keep an open mind, positive attitude, and it's going to take you far. And go on those second dates. Go on those third dates. You never know. The first date, I always say it's kind of somebody's representative, right? You're there, but everybody's nervous and not knowing what's going on. You really know where somebody's going or more about somebody on their second date or the third date. I always say best third date, take a cooking class together. You really find out a lot about a person that way.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, those are things that people are moving toward. It's no longer going to have a drink or a cocktail or going to dinner. You're doing something a little more creative that helps you discover who this person really is.
Yes, do something fun. Like I said, the cooking class, even bowling, mini golf or top golf, something that you could see. And it's a good way to see if they get angry easy.
Yes.
It's a good way to see their personality. So I think those are great dates to go on.
And before I let you go, Vanessa, do you think that the Golden Bachelor did have an impact on people over the age of 60 deciding that they will give it a shot, they'll start dating again?
150%. Like I said, we have so many clients in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and I think it's just such a wonderful thing. Like I said, love doesn't have an age, and I feel like everybody should be out there. You were look at both of them, right? They both had wonderful spouses. They were both happily married. And they're just looking to find that again, and they did. And I think that there's no limit to it. Just go for it.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Healthy New Year to everybody.
Vanessa Sescila, she is our local dating expert. You'll hear her on again throughout 2024. She is with It's Just Lunch Chicago.